Flyers needed that win, beating the Capitals 4-2. Welcome in Postgame Live, presented by Curado Insurance. Al Morgani, Ashlyn Sullivan here with you. You stopped the bleeding, you stopped the mess, you stopped the noise by getting this win. It wasn't the prettiest game, but it was a game that you had to have, and the Flyers did just that.
Bottom line, got the win. You needed these 2 points. You needed to, as you said, stop the bleeding going in. A lot of stuff going on. To come in and have a game like this, Tippett played again very well. Got a power play goal, but behind it all, Dan Vladar really kept them in. And this has been the story of the season, to give them that chance. Somebody has to come through, but when they have to have the goaltender put up that shield, he's been able to do it.
He really has every single game so far this season. And how about Jamie Drysdale? It's our PA Lottery winning moment of the game, a power play goal. And when the Flyers got this opportunity in the power play, you could look at this one way. They had already given up a shorthanded goal. Jamie Drysdale takes advantage of the power play, which is winning hockey out.
Yeah, they're going to see there's that shot. It keeps it in. You get pressure in here. In addition to this, to the puck coming back straight out and Drysdale taking that shot right away, that's a really nice play. Dvorak in front to get. Don't go in the blue paint. Just get in the goaltender's way. He took his eyes, ears, no everything. Just get out of the way and absolutely played a huge part in that goal. So good read, a lot of good reads on the play. There's Brink on the one side, move it across, and then take the shot, and then there's Dvorak making a really, really good screen in front, and Zegras, of course, heads up play, getting it to Drysdale, open shot. They've been looking for that all year. You know, they don't have the real cannon there, but just get it through and then get that traffic in front.
Right, especially at that moment in the game. I mean, when they score 2-2, you're thinking, here we go, overtime again. We've seen this story before, but for Jamie Drysdale to say, actually, no, we're going to win this game here in the third period, I think shows a lot of growth with this team, especially when you're fighting through a losing streak here. 11 of your last 13 games with a loss.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had to have this. I mean, hadn't won at home since the Anaheim game, and you know, everything else that's gone on. You absolutely had to win this game. A team that played the night before, so this was what you call mandatory.
And it sure was. A must-win, and the Flyers win. And now it's time to check in with our Scott Hartnell at the Toyota Corolla crossover. Scott, your record keeps going up here. The Flyers, another win with you on the call. 4-2 win over the Capitals. Al and I were just talking about this. You just had to have this game. I thought it showed a lot of discipline that the Flyers were able to get this done.
You did, and probably the people that deserved it the most were the fans, right? You know, they come in here, they're paying the guys' paychecks. You want to put forth an effort like they did tonight on the ice. A little dicey there at the beginning of the third period when they tied it up, but I love the physicality, the passing, the execution, the speed. The power play finally got a big goal at the end of a hockey game to put them ahead by one, and just a really, really good effort, and you know, not just by a line. It was everyone collectively kind of knowing the situation they're in to take their game to the next level, to kind of get back in this race.
Yeah, and Scott, one of those guys, and it's becoming more and more, I wouldn't say common, but when you really need him, we all know about Konechny's game. It looks like Tippett has really discovered another gear, not just the, you know, off the rush or whatever. He's really become a good weapon there inside the zone.
Yeah, he's got some sweet hands, doesn't he? He knows kind of what's ahead of him, especially when it gets around the goaltender. To be able to go to his backhand tonight and get that nice, easy goal. I wouldn't say easy, but an easy finish on that goal. But he was physical. You know, he's skating, back checking as hard as he was on the forecheck, going the other way. So, you know, he's making his line mates as better players too when he's on the ice, because he can make stuff happen. Really kind of second and third efforts. You know, and now he's kind of a veteran guy in my opinion, and he's got to lead by example like a TK is doing. Coots had a solid game, didn't get on the score sheet tonight, but made some big plays late, you know, especially defensively. So the guys, the veteran guys that you're looking to step up in a big game like this did so in my mind.
Owen Tippett getting the scoring started for the Flyers. They're able to win this one 4-2. Scott, thanks so much. We'll talk to you on Thursday. And now it's time for our Game Changer, brought to you by Sloan Automotive. This is where things got a little tricky, got a little dicey. The Capitals tying this game up here in the third period. And you're thinking, oh, wow, here we go again. Another overtime game.
Changed the game, but not in a good way. You thought, all right, tie your team. They're going to be able to, maybe you take it to them in that period. But instead, it was Washington that comes out. And they come in and chip that shot right past Vladar. Didn't much of a chance on that. So that shot, nope, you know, have to get him out at the front of the net there. Pretty good play in front, all alone. An exit pass, and there's where you wonder, as you mentioned, are they going to collapse here? I mean, you know, things going their way, look like, okay, we're going to get some distance here, and then something happens that doesn't work out their way. Is this going to be the end? Well, it turned out they could really come back from it, but Washington came in and made it more than interesting right there with that goal.
Yes, they did, especially in the third period. But the reason the Flyers did not collapse in huge part was once again to the play of Dan Vladar. It's our GMC Performance Player of this game. He gives them a chance every single game, and once again, so solid in the third period to get this win out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've said it from the beginning. I mean, he's been their most valuable player. You've got energy guys. TK's playing terrific. You've got Sanheim going to the Olympics, but Vladar has been the guy. I mean, when you look at what's gone on, how many times at the beginning of the season going into overtimes to come in, and you know when he was out with the injury, they really struggled. He's been their MVP, and his ability to battle rebounds, jump on things, make sure that there's not a rebound there. You know, Ovechkin had a couple of shots late. Ovechkin, my heart stopped when Ovechkin had that shot late in the game. But Vladar has been able to stare it down. He's been one of the truly bright spots of this season, and we're only about a little over halfway through it, going to the Olympics. But he's really earned that spot. So in addition to earning the trust of the Flyers and Flyers fans, and obviously everything going on here in Philadelphia, I think he's earned respect throughout the league for the way he's played this year.
As he should, because he has been excellent for the Flyers. And Dan Vladar getting the win again here for the Flyers over the Capitals 4-2. And now let's check in with Dan Vladar, who's standing by with JJ.
Thanks, Ashlyn. Dan Vladar joining us, the star of this one for the Flyers. I mean, there were many stars, but Dan, outstanding in a game in which maybe not a ton of shots, but really quality opportunities. Let's talk team first. How important is this win? You guys have obviously been struggling a little bit here over the last couple of weeks to get a win like this here at home.
I thought, we deserved it. Last couple of games, I thought, we were right there. We just whether we made a bad play or bad bounce or something like that. But I thought we deserved to win in the last couple of games. So finally came today.
And you were a big reason why. Now, you go through the course of the season, you're playing a lot of great players, but I guess Washington, you're playing the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game, and he had his opportunities there late. What is the key to stopping that guy?
Well, I'm just trying to play middle ice and be as big as I can. Like we all know, probably maybe the greatest all time. So for me, obviously his shot is unpredictable, and we all know he can score. So for me, it's just playing middle ice, trying to be as big as possible, and I know if it's possible, track the puck. But guys did a great job not giving him time and space. So even for a player like that, it's probably a tough game to play.
Dan, final question. You're heading over to Italy shortly, but you got one more game here. I know your focus is on the game against Ottawa, but how difficult is it to not at least be thinking a little bit about an experience like playing for your country in the Olympics?
I mean, I already said it. This is business, and Olympics are going to be fun. So two different tournaments. No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to do my best here, and I'm not even looking at the schedule and stuff like that. I'm just taking my life day by day, and just trying to get better and stay positive in this group, because I think we just don't want to waste the opportunity, and we put ourselves in a really good spot the first half of the season. So we all know it's going to be a grind, but we are all confident here that we can do something special.
Well, Dan, congratulations on an absolutely tremendous performance. Good luck over in Italy. Good luck against Ottawa, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you. See you.
What an answer there from Dan Vladar. Focused, the final game before the Olympic break. Now it's time for our Granite Run Buick GMC play of the game. Carl Grundstrom. I wouldn't say this is the prettiest goal you'll ever see, but man, did they need it at this moment, Al.
Yeah, he needed a break or two, and this was indeed two. Off a stick, then off the back of Chikrin's skate, and then past the goaltender, who played really well. Again, he's come in to kind of come in case of injury, but he's played really well. And that one goaltender's got to be just like thinking, what else could go wrong? Off the stick, then off the back of the skate blade. Couturier's there, but never got to him because it went off Chikrin's skate, past the goaltender, and you make enough effort, you throw it to the net. How many times you just say that? Just
to the net.
Something could happen here, and something did happen there.
Get to the net, hope for the best. It worked out for Carl Grundstrom, but Owen Tippett starting the scoring for the Flyers here tonight. Let's all go to the Flyers locker room to hear from Tippett.
Leave or find a way. I gotta imagine that's gotta be huge for the team's confidence.
Yeah, that's a huge bounce back game. Obviously, the message was, finish the game out and don't let kind of old habits creep in. And I think we stuck with it all the way through. And glad we got the win.
You got that all-important first goal tonight. How important was it for you guys to start off strong and have the fundamentals going from the first period?
Yeah, we knew we needed to have a good start. I think that's what hurt us a little bit in the past. And having a good start and getting that first one, doesn't matter who it is. It goes a long way and gets everyone going and builds confidence for sure.
You mentioned this, and I apologize. I was left alone, but talk about regaining control in that third period. How do you keep you guys to regain control of their career?
Yeah, just sticking with it. Obviously, we knew it worked in the first and second. Obviously, slid a little bit in second, gave him a little bit, but I think we took it right back at the start of the third.
Rick talked about the fundamentals, the fundamentals for sound. Do you feel like you guys hit that today?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a simple game all around. Capitalized on our chances and didn't overcomplicate things.
Especially given the power play struggles this year, how big was it to have that? What drives the game-winning goal?
Yeah, that's huge. Obviously for Jim to get off the slide too. I know it's been a while and he was a little bit frustrated, but I think when a power play comes up big with a goal like that, and especially when it's Jamie, it's huge.
Were you guys pretty impressed with Matt Vay's pass and the one that eventually led to your goal? It seemed like that's the way he held onto the puck, kind of set that all up.
Yeah, we knew we would have a little bit of room coming out of the corners there. I think that was a great pass to find Sandy, and Sandy made a great pass to kind of calm it down and pass it right back to me.
One more game before the break. How important for you guys to get that last one? Yeah, break guys go away.
Yeah, obviously, if you can end on a high note, it's going to go a long way and makes the break a little bit better. And obviously, it's a pretty big break coming up. So if we can get that last one, it'll make things better.
Thanks, Owen.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You hear Owen Tippett there. That last one before the break Thursday against Ottawa becomes even bigger because if you can win these final two before the Olympics, all of a sudden you feel way differently about this team. You go into the break with some positive momentum, and I just got to think those first games back after the Olympics, if you can go into that with 2 wins, it calms everything down.
Yeah, and just go off with a better feeling. Certainly would have been ugly you lose this one, but so you've got a chance now to kind of make things right before that break and then come back and maybe pick up from there. That would be the message. I really like what Tippett said there, though. We didn't fall back into bad habits in that third period when it looked like things could go sideways. They didn't lose their coverage in front. They didn't lose composure. I mean, yeah, Ovechkin got a shot off of a face-off, but even when you're playing well, that's going to happen against that team. And Ovechkin's going to get those shots. But the fact that they didn't collapse in front when things started to go wrong, that to me was a real important part of this game.
Right, and you got the fast starts. And how many times have they fallen behind in the game and then you're constantly playing from behind? Or even that third period, we go back a month ago when you go into that third period with a lead and learning how to win, learning how to secure a win, being able to stay disciplined in that third period. That was something I felt like this team didn't really know how to do. A month ago, granted, you went through that bad streak and you went 11 of 13 losing, but if they can come out on the other side here and when you have a lead in the third, figure out how to win a game will be huge for this team in hopes you can clean this up.
Yeah, and especially when things don't go right and you get tied up and it's like, okay, now what? We're going to too much individual effort, coverage in front, lose that, to let things get bad in the house in front of the goaltender, and they didn't let that happen. That's what I think Tippett was talking about, not falling back into bad habits, not losing everything, not letting them get to the goaltender, letting them get chances. So that's where I think they really kind of progressed something, a point in this game that they were managed to kind of recalibrate everything and not like, oh no, here we go again. Not depend solely on the goaltender making those big saves.
And Jamie Drysdale also getting a goal in this game. You heard Owen Tippett say that Jamie Drysdale scoring kind of alleviated some of the pressure from him. Let's hear from Jamie in the Flyers locker room.
At the end of the day, it's it's tough to win hockey games in this league, and we did a good job at the start of the year, and we're looking to get back on track.
Owen said a couple minutes ago that not only were the guys real happy to get the game-winning goal, get the power play goal, but also that it was you to get you off the schneid. I guess was it eating at you a little bit?
Yeah, I think I had my chances, to be honest with you. I just couldn't put the puck in the net, and guys did a great job of finding me, finding holes, and it was nice to see one going.
One more before the little break. How key is to kind of finish strong with this next one before you guys go away?
Yeah, extremely important. I think we put an emphasis on it yesterday. How important these last 2 games were, not only for the standings point of it, but also just going into the break feeling good about our games and coming out of it with a little bit of momentum.
What was the difference this game in terms of the start versus what happened on Saturday?
Yeah, obviously our starts haven't been good. There's no kind of way to beat around the bush there. So again, an emphasis on our start and just kind of executing, simplifying, playing a simple game out of the gate, and it seemed to work for us. Tip had a big goal there, great play from Sandy, and got us going well.
Thanks, guys. It's now time for our electrifying moment brought to you by your local tri-state Toyota dealers. This one will haunt Bobby Brink and really everyone involved. 5 chances for the Flyers to score here, Al.
Yeah, good lead pass, and then Brink has it. He's got his sights set, and I said before, it's like it's a 5-bell alarm here because Brink's going to get this. You can see, take a look, going to beat the goalie. Yeah, he beats the goalie, but it hits the crossbar, then the post. Watch this. Post, then back to the ice, then his back, then the back of his glove, then the back of his uniform. So literally 5 different things had to go right for the Capitals and wrong for the Flyers, wrong for Brink for this not to go in. So Bobby Orr, Brink, not a Bobby Orr moment right there. Just unlucky on that one.
Yes, it is. And now time for our film session breaking down Owen Tippett's goal to start the scoring here for the Flyers. But a reminder, we are taking you up to tip-off here for the Sixers and Warriors in San Francisco in just a couple of minutes. But Owen Tippett getting the scoring started. But really, you look at Travis Sanheim, Matvei Michkov here to create this play.
Yeah, there's a pretty good play on all accounts here on this play. Here again, there's Michkov. We've got him circled there in the zone. So there's plenty of space as they come around here. Shot goes behind. Michkov hunting it down. And Michkov comes this way. Now, when you get Michkov down on the other end, you're going to see they come into the zone, and there's plenty of room on the wall. He comes across, doesn't give it to Tippett there, and then the key is they go cross ice. I actually think Sanheim makes the most terrific play on this particular sequence here. They're going to see loaded up on one end of the blue line. On the other end, he makes the right choice, sends it across ice. Michkov makes a great pass, and then Tippett gets good body position. Protas can't get his stick in or anything because in addition to all his speed and everything, Tippett is good now positioning his body to make those strong plays down low. So Michkov gets all that space on the outside, keeps it going. Washington's going to say, okay, you stay over there, but he gets it across ice. Once you go across, you then have an advantage, and Tippett makes a real nice finish.
Right, especially the patience on that play to not force anything. Rick Tocchet was impressed about that. And now let's go downstairs to hear from the coach.
How nice was that, just as far as a little bit of a positive moment for these guys? You got one more game now before the break. Maybe you can kind of start stacking something together.
Yeah, like stacking some good moments. Yeah, obviously giving up the lead 2-2, we get the power, but that was a big moment, right? Because the power play's obviously been struggling. It was a huge goal for us, and then hanging in there, and then we're still getting that empty net. So, some moments there that went our way. Guys are hanging in there, and I thought that it was a great effort from the players tonight.
Power play goal, is that kind of what you've meant for a while in terms of simplifying things, just getting pucks on that, Jamie getting a shot through?
Well, I like the shot by Jamie. That's what we need. It's that 6, what is that? What is that? 3 feet? No, not even 3 feet. It's that hard, so we can get a tip on it. I think sometimes our shot's a little high, blocker side, and we talked about before the power play what we wanted, and we executed. I thought Trevor did a really nice job. Like, he was excellent. He went low. He body position on the guy. The guy goes down. If he doesn't do that, maybe they get the puck out. I think Trevor did a nice job to set that play up. And then obviously Jamie, that's the shots we need. And then the tip in front.